Hey folks, the Desert Artist here. A different kind of view, huh? So, here I am, I'm working on my little dude, right? So, I had this good part. Let me show you. So, I had him, this is kind of a different lighting situation, so you're going to have to bear with me because this is new for both of us. I'm just trying to figure it out. So, I had this little part covering over here in the front because I needed to mount legs or a body mount to this somehow in order to maintain some sort of a framework. So here I am with I'm probably doing this more for posterity's sake because I'm not sure what I'm doing. This is going to turn out to be a totally different monster, but at least I got something to go with. So originally I had this mounted with one little hole that is right there. So I don't know about this lighting situation here. Let me see. Maybe I'll turn it over this way. Don't worry, this will all be edited out. So let me get this up and out of the way. As you can see, right. Come on, get out of there. I told you to stay there. I know, he's not listening, right? So I have this little hole right here. And I had this mounted right there on the little hole, which gave him little legs, right? So I was able to let me get this. Oh, wow, that was close. Yeah, I'm barefoot. Yep. Yeah, that would have been disastrous. So now he would have had legs, right? So, but I was having difficulties finding a second point of mounting. I feel more comfortable with a heavy mount with 3 points of contact. I was having trouble with finding 2. So what I'm doing, alright, yeah. So what I'm doing is I took off the mount. Bang. Right? So now his legs are removed. And I'm going to have to okay. So I'm going to have to find another way because I've gotten to a point where I've added stuff. And once you add stuff, that means that you can go back and look at the base point where you're having problems and see from what stuff you've added and removed if you can maybe flip this around and do it the other way or something else. So I'm going to do a time lapse of me trying to figure out what I'm doing, and you'll see what kind of complexities that I have, and it's to, you know, I mean, I've spent I'm gonna say I probably spent 5 hours well, at least, because I did yesterday some hours too. So on trying to figure out, because I've only got a couple thousand pieces to search through, right? So every time you add something, you again have to go through your couple thousand pieces and find out where they are. And the only way you can find out where they are and probably remember where they are is to have them spread out all over the place. So as an artist, that's kind of the reason why artists have stuff spread out all over the place, because in order for them to be able to remember what they need and search for what they need, all they got to do is look around, bang, and they see it because they know it by color, shape, smell, touch, everything, right? So at least I do. I know where all these parts came from. I remember taking every last one apart. I did it, me, yes. Crazy Uncle Todd, yeah. So here we are. Here we are, and now you're gonna kind of see a close-up of my disastrous area here. And you may even hear me talk sometimes when I'm doing stuff, but I'm going to try to blend it as best as I can into the video. So I've only got a little bitty shitty table, so oh, there it is, see it? Bang! Okay, so I'm putting this stuff down. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. Isn't that a disaster? Huh? Alright. You can see I got these down here too, right? Okay, well I got more stuff that's down there. And then I got more stuff that's over there. But you're only going to be able to see what's here. Because I don't know how this is going to work. I don't know if it's going to work or if it's going to continue to be problematic. But I've got a lot of options on the table, as you can see. So now that we've got those options, wow, we should do a live stream while doing this, huh? Will that be funny? Funny money. Okay. I've got a fisheye somewhere. Yeah, try to remember where it's at, Todd. Sometimes when you remove stuff, you also find alternate attachment points that you didn't see because they were hidden. So I call the extra things here, I call these fluff, right? Because they're basically just fluff to me. They're, you know, whatever adds up to the end piece. But in order to complete your framework, these were used basically as idea points for me as far as a direction in which to go. So now that I have come to a point where I need to work backwards in order to find a good framework to attach to the body to give it these legs, because I need these legs on this body. So that's what I'm working towards, and I'm trying to reduce the amount of fluff material to properly oxidize my thoughts. So see, now I could work here from here to here, but these are different levels. You see, there's one that's a little bit different level than the other, right? So that's what I got to work around. So if I do that, then I have to do something from here to here in order to compensate for proper dynamics, right? So that's where I'm at. That might work. Okay, so I've come up with an idea. Maybe that will that might work. So I have two hard mount points that I can work with, and the two hard mount points are right here and right here. So I have these, and I have two of them. I'm going to see if I can make them work. Maybe kind of like that. So we're going to see if we can make these work somehow. So I'm gonna have to take off these arms that I spent so much time getting on there in order to oh. Let's see. I don't think that one's gonna work. Well, and I was using my pliers yesterday to snip off pieces of my rock. Oh, I hope I didn't ruin them yesterday. Ah. Too many tools, too few brain cells. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're back down to a body mount. Now let's see if we can get what were we working on here. We were working on the wrong side. That's what we were working on. Okay. So now we have this here. Okay, so we know we got a good one here. This is taking off a really gnarly part though. Son of a bitch. Okay, well we do have a mount screw hole right here. So that's good in a way. It gives us another way to mount stuff, right? So, wait a minute, what am I doing here? What? Oh, look at that, boys and girls. That might work there. If I could figure out a way, you can see that? If I could figure out a way to put those two together like that, right? That might give me a nice blocky body to deal with right there. So, and I could avoid having that height difference between that one and that one. So, sorry folks, I gotta put on my grandma glasses. There's a lot of threads in there. You see that? You see all them threads in there? Holy crap. That went right into that hole right there. Right there. Man. Oh, look at that. Look at that knot. Oh. Oh, here we go. Look at that knot. There's no. It's a finger winding nut. You see that? That problem could have probably been better solved with something that I was able to finagle. I started putting this together a while ago, so I didn't have the parts then that I do now. So it fits, but it doesn't fit. I hate it when it happens. Right. I found it. Now that was close. I remember, this may not be the answer, but this is the answer to that problem, right? So, here we are back at the beginning to see if we can find if any of these fit. And this bolt here needs to go through something, right? Needs to go through something with that mount. Well, that goes through, but it's kind of sloppy. We want a tight fit, right? Okay, so if we break it down, we have this hole that has an answer, right? That hole we have the nut to. Now, what is that hole? That hole is a cornerstone, okay? Because if we look at it, right, up close, we have pretty much a straight angle from there, right, to a 90-degree, right there. Okay, now what that does is that gives us you can't see it because you're in 2D. So what I have here is I have a 90-degree going from here and then down. Now that gives me a stable point to which I can mount something. Whether I mount it to something more stable as a foundation or whatever, I don't know. But what I do know is it's daylight. You know what daylight means? That means I can go out to the mine. But because I've been here for 3 hours taking apart what I was put together for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, oh God. The more I think about it, the more horrible it is, and I just took it all apart. So I got some nausea going on, so I'm sorry. Yeah, I probably should eat something even though I don't ever feel like eating.